If there was one word I could use to describe reason and rationality, I would say transformative.
Inspiring.
Fun.
Relevant.
Openness. Gratitude.
Fascinating.
Perspective broadening.
Important.
Empowering.
Very inspiring experience.
Reason and rationality began with a question. What are the foundational ideas that give students a deeper understanding of our world and an appreciation of the mysteries of our world?
In this day and age, we're losing human connection. And I think the ability to have conversations, the ability to talk about difficult topics, the ability to ask hard questions is going to be more and more important.
Reason and rationality equips high school students with the tools to think rigorously about complex questions, separate fact from ideology, and engage in lively intellectual exchange.
Reason and rationality is about showing students that it's possible to disagree about sensitive and controversial subjects in a way that's respectful and charitable and aimed at mutual understanding.
Schools today are facing a crisis in the breakdown of civil discourse. The solution lies in helping students to cultivate a philosophical worldview, an intellectual humility, and an appreciation for opposing views.
We think that using topics relating to philosophy, politics, and economics and ethics are the best way to sort of spark those conversations.
The material we're covering here is some of the most important that I know, and it's all the more important that students are exposed to these skills while they're still forming their intellectual habits.
So much of success in life depends on being able to present yourself with the right kind of demeanor and carry on an intelligent conversation that is social and relaxed, but on point.
Our 1 to 5 instructor to student ratio, together with the 5 hours of interactive discussions and problem solving per day, gives students ample opportunity to develop and cultivate and exemplify these newly acquired skills. And there aren't any boring theoretical lectures either.
Giving students exposure to that style of conversation, which they may never have had before, and bringing them into a culture of philosophical inquiry. That's what reason and rationality gives the students that come through the program.
I was not feeling academically challenged in my school environment, and that made me lose a lot of the faith that I had in our academic institutions. And being in an environment like this made me realize that there is more out there.
Seeing everybody else be so intellectually curious, so passionate, and so open and ready to talk about their interests really inspires you to also want to be that open and that passionate.
The skills that we're learning here are so relevant to today's world. Logic, critical thinking, and understanding each other is what we need more of in the world.
Reason and Rationality was a chance to discuss the topics that fascinate me most, not only with excellent instruction, but with something equally important and far more rare, which was a community of peers who were equally engaged.
Here, there's like no grades, there's no pressure. People can really just talk about things because they want to, because they love to.
I learned from my peers, and I learned from some very distinguished and qualified people. So I think my experience is very transformative.
The teaching style has been great. It's been near perfect.
All the activities were well planned and helped me to connect with the other students.
Having a water balloon fight, that was so fun.
I got to meet great instructors, teachers, and also friends that I think will continue throughout a lifetime.
When I leave this program, what I'm going to be thinking about is all of the other opportunities that are out there. You know, I had no clue this was going to be what it was, and it turned out to be so wonderful. So I'm going to be constantly looking to seek out new experiences, new ways to make myself feel uncomfortable that will broaden those perspectives and make me a more well-rounded individual.
What's really just stuck with me this whole week is enjoy it, but also do not take it for granted. Opportunities like this seldom come.
Our hope is that after this experience, they're going to go home and they're going to seek out other conversation partners who are willing to dialogue with them in those more productive ways. And hopefully we can start a movement that spreads throughout this media ecosystem.
I was blown away by how earnest reason and rationality students are. The people that come into the program are courageous. They're students who are leaning into life with courage.
The person I am tomorrow will be in part because of reason and rationality.
This has been one of the best weeks of my life.
Anybody that can come should come must come. You should join.